Hello students, this is Dr. Shishma Kushwaha from GIMS Engineering Management and Technology. I welcome you all into the series of Human Resource Management, the subject of PBLLB third sem. Into this session, we'll be studying about the employees' welfare. So let's begin the session. Into the employees' welfare, we include all those activities of the employers which are directed towards the providing the employees with certain facilities and services in addition to wages and salaries. It is the labor welfare or the employee welfare. They are sometimes, many times, they are used interchangeably. And the employee welfare is a dynamic concept in which new welfare measures, etc., are added to the existing one along with social changes. The modern concept of employee welfare entails all those activities of the employers which are directed towards providing the employees with certain facilities and services in addition to wages and salaries. The International Labour Organization ILO at its Asian Regional Conference defined labor welfare as a term which is understood to include such services, facilities and amenities as may be established in or in the vicinity of undertakings to enable the persons employed in them to perform their work in healthy congenial surroundings and to provide them with amenities conducive to good health and high morale. According to Labor Investigation Committee, employee welfare means anything divine for intellectual, physical, moral, and economic betterment of the workers, whether by employers, government, or by other agencies, over and above what is laid down by or what is normally expected on the part of the contracted benefits for which workers have bargained. The employee welfare, the features of the employee welfare which we can abstract from the definition and the meaning that it is a comprehensive term as it includes the various services, facilities and amenities provided to workers for improving their health, efficiency, economic betterment and the social status. It is in addition to the regular wages and other economic benefits available to the workers under legal provisions and collective bargaining. It is also dynamic in nature and it is varying from country to country, region to region, and organization to organization too. It is also a flexible term or concept and ever changing concept as new welfare measures are added from time to time to the existing ones. It has been introduced by employers or it may be introduced by the government or the employees or by any other social or charitable agencies. The basic aim or the basic purpose of the employee welfare is to improve the lot of the working class and bring the development of the whole personality of the worker and to make him a good worker or good citizen. The benefits of the employees welfare, we can identify the benefits into three parts: the benefits to the workers, benefits to the employers and benefits to the societies. Benefits to the workers, welfare facilities or the employee welfare facilities provide better physical and mental health to the workers and make them happy. Welfare facilities like housing, medical facilities, medical benefits, education, and recreational facilities for the workers' families help to create contented workers. Improvement in material, intellectual, and cultural conditions of life protects workers from social evils like drinking, gambling, etc. Benefits to the employers, labor welfare facilities, or we can say the employee welfare facilities helps to increase employees' productivity or efficiency by improving their physical and mental health. Welfare measures help to improve the goodwill and public image of the enterprise too. It also serves as to maintain some peace with the employees union. Employee welfare also helps to improve the industrial relations and industrial peace. Employee turnover is reduced due to the provision of welfare facilities. Employees take active interest in their job and work with the feeling of involvement and satisfaction. Employers secure the benefits of high efficiency, cordial industrial relations, and low labor absenteeism and turnover. Benefits to the society. Labor welfare or the employee welfare is also in the interest of the larger society because the health, efficiency, and happiness of each individual represents the general well being of all. Well housed, well fed, and well looked after employees is not only an asset to the employer but also serve to raise the standard of the industry and the country too. The types of employee welfare services, we have various type of employee welfare services, which includes the economic services, recreational services, and facilitative services. Into the facilitative services, we also can include the housing facilities, the medical facilities, education, transportation, consumer cooperative stores. So let's discuss all these types of welfare facilities in detail. Economic services. Economic services provide for some additional economic security over and above the wages or the salaries. Examples of economic services are pension, life insurance, credit facility, etc. Proper pension schemes reduces the dissatisfaction in the area of economic security. Some establishment have a scheme of family pension too, which provides for payment of pension to the family members of the employees in case of his death. The employer may also pay the premium on the life insurance policies of the employees. The employer can give loans to the employees for the purchase of consumer goods or at the time of any marriage or other functions in the family too. The loans to be repaid by the employees in the form of monthly installment to be deducted from their salaries. Some organizations help the employees to start cooperative credit societies to meet urgent financial needs of the employees. Then we come to the recreational services. Recreational services may include that management may provide recreational facilities to the employees. Recreation in the form of music, sports, games, arts, and theater can play a very important role in the physical and mental development of employees. The employees generally get bored by the routine and monotonous jobs which they perform every day. Their attitude improves when the routine is broken occasionally. This will improve the cooperation and understanding amongst the employees, and management can provide for reading rooms, libraries, TVs, etc. for the recreation of employees. There can be provision for indoor games like table tennis, carom, etc. in the common room of the employees. By the organization, they can also provide arrangements for the outdoor games too, and can induce the workers to prepare teams to play matches with other similar teams too. Facilitative services. These facilities are generally required by the employees and provided by the employers. Likewise, housing facilities. Housing is an important part of the employee welfare in India. And some organizations construct houses or flats for the employees and provide the same to them either free of cost or at very nominal rates. Some organizations give house rent allowances to the employees so that they can get the house on rental basis. Some organizations also provide loan to the employees at concessional rates to enable them to construct their own house or flats. Likewise, into the government organizations, they are providing the flats at very nominal rent or free of cost to their employees. Some PSUs are providing the loan to their employees at very concessional rate near about 4 or 5% per annum for that loan interest, right? So medical facilities, health is also very important thing for the employees, and within the factory premises the employees must take provision for first aid facilities. In addition, the medical schemes has generally been introduced and incurred by the employers in the organization, and the reimbursement of actual medical expenditure incurred by the employee can also be there. The organization may also provide some doctors from whom the employees may get services in case of need. Large organization can either have their own dispensaries or hospitals for providing the medical facilities to the employees. Education. The National Commission on Labor and the Committee on Labor Welfare has recommended that facilities should be provided for education, educating the workers and in running schools for children of the workers. Instead of starting a school, the organization may give education allowance for the children to the employees, or reimburse the educational expenditures of the children of the employees. Transportation. The organization should provide proper transportation facilities to the employees to and from the factory. With the growth of the industries, the distance between workplace and residence of workers has increased considerably. This facility has therefore become very important as it was as it will help in reducing strain and absenteeism. The Committee on Labor Welfare recommend the provision of adequate transport facilities to workers to enable them to reach their workplace without loss of much time and without any fatigue. Sometimes if the employers do not provide transport facility, they give conveyance allowance to the employees, and the employers can also give interest free or concessional loans to employees for the purchase of vehicle too. Consumer cooperative stores. The National Cooperative Development Board set up a committee in 1961, and the committee suggested that employees should introduce consumer cooperative store in their employee welfare program. The activities of employee welfare. The various activities of the employee welfare which should be conducted by the officer of the employee welfare officer, the various activities which includes the supervision, the counseling, and advising, liaising with workers, and liaising with management too. So into the labor well as a supervisor, he needs to be the supervisor of the safety, health, and welfare programs. He should be supervising the working of joint committees. He should supervise grant of leave with wages. The employee welfare officer should supervise the redressal of workers' grievances. Into the counseling, that employee welfare officer should counsel the employees in personal and family problems, adjustment to their work environment, understanding their rights and privileges. During advising management on matters of formation of labor and welfare policies, apprenticeship training programs meet statutory obligations to workers, developing fringe benefits, and workers' education and use of communication media. They are also supposed to establish listening with workers so that they may understand the limitations under which they work, appreciate the importance of harmonious industrial relations in the plant, interpret the company policies correctly, and come to a settlement in case of disputes. They are also supposed to establish the listening with the management so that they may appreciate workers' viewpoint on various subjects too. The agencies of employee welfare in India. In India, there are various agencies which are going to provide the labor welfare facilities to the people. So these agencies are central government, state government, employers, trade unions, and the other agencies. The central government till the Second World War, the government of India did very little in the field of labor welfare or the employee welfare. It was during Second World War that the government of India for the first time launched a scheme for employee welfare in their ordnance, ammunition, and other war industries to increase the productivity of the workers and to keep up their morale. With the achievement of independence, the emergence of India as a republic wedded to the idea of a welfare state and to a socialistic pattern of society, efforts in this direction were intensified. Since then, various legislation were passed for the welfare and different types of worker. The important acts which incorporate measures for the welfare of the workers are Factories Act, Indian Mines Act, Employment of Children Act, Maternity Benefits Act, Plantation Labor Act. Under these acts, the employer have to provide certain basic welfare facilities to the workers. The state government Various state governments and union territories provide welfare facilities to the employees. The implementation of many provisions of various labor laws also rest with the state government. The state governments run health and family planning centers, centers for education, vocational guidance, recreation, and training of workers, and other welfare centers. The state governments also keep a vigil on the employers so that they are operating the welfare schemes made obligatory by the central or state government. The state governments also have been empowered to prescribe rules for the welfare of workers and appoint appropriate authorities for the enforcement of welfare provisions under various acts. Employers at present welfare activities are being brought more and more under the legislation rather than being left to the good sense of the employers. The government has made certain facilities obligatory on the part of employers. Most of the employers consider the expenditure on labor welfare or the employee welfare activities as waste of money rather than an investment. Even then, some enlightened employers on their own take their own initiative have been doing a bit into the dispensary facilities, canteens, fair price shops, recreational clubs, etc. These facilities are apart from their liability under various central or state legislations. Trade unions. In India, trade unions have done very little for the welfare of the ORG. Thank you very much.